What is up, people, and welcome back to the channel. I've had a few people ask. My name's Matt, by the way, so I don't want to do that whole "hi, I'm Matt" at the beginning of every video, because I'll just end up looking like Diesel Creek, and that's what he does, because his name's very good as well, and his name's Matt. So I'm standing here looking at this thing, and yesterday, because it was yesterday, I haven't cut the door apertures out, which really I should have. So that's a job we need to do. We need to cut these door apertures out, mainly just for the extra space. May not need it, but it's getting in and out with bars and stuff. There's that. And also this front end, right? So he wants it taken off, ideally, to make it removable. Now, it would make my life so much easier. So to remove it, it's going to be tricky, and I don't know what's behind here, as in what's part of this and what's part of this. So that's one of the things I'm debating on whether to do, is to try and get it off, because my friend hasn't got this mold, right? Another thing we need to look at is this front subframe setup. So this runs a twin bolt, not a single bolt like a normal subframe. This is old twin bolt technology, and newer minis, well, not even newer, run a single bolt, big one in the center. So I've got to somehow tie the cage into this. Now the Owens cage will not go to that, unless the historic cage might. But I don't know if the historic cages come to there or the bulkhead. Do you know what I mean? So that's something we need to look into. And to do that, I might think about changing this subframe to a single bolt, because I've got loads of bolts. I've got some top turrets there, look. I've actually got just the tops with the thread insert in. I know I have got some of just the thread insert somewhere, but I've got complete tops here. So that's not the end of the world. We can change the top of that. Then that will make it easier to tie the cage into the subframe and the shell, depending on what's left under there. And if I have to make a section of steel that slots inside there, there's not a square edge in there, but I can just chop these out and go in as a single bolt subframe. Do you know what I mean? So that's something we need to look at. And he wants his front end off, so we'll have a look once all the subframe's off. So we'll do that now, because there's only 2 bolts. Then we've got to look at, ideally, where the coilovers are going to go. See, I like to sit back and plan the build before I start. So the coilovers on this are just normal mini coilovers with big aluminium brackets. To run the car low, ideally, depending on if he's got the coilovers that go to the ball joint, but you've got to put a big coilover mount on the back of here. So I'm thinking maybe I come up with something a little bit different for this car, you know, just to make it a little more standy 80 with a bit of tube and that. But it just depends how much budget the bloke wants to spend. I mean, by looking at the rest of the parts, it's not going to be a bad budget, but it's whether the budget is enough for me to play with what I want to come up with when it's not my car. Do you know? See the predicament I'm in? Because I'm sitting here, my mind just runs away. I can do this, I can do that, I can do this, but it's not my car. And I don't want to go, oh, here's your bill, and him go, shit the bed, mate. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, that's something we need to look at. But for now, I think what we're going to do is drop all this subframe and everything out the front, lift the shell off it, push it out of the way, because what I want to try and do with this car as well is put it on the floor. So all the beams going to have to come out of it, because the car will be more stable to work in on the floor. Plus then I can manipulate the body shell to help the part I'm working on or the part I'm tack welding or cutting holes. At the minute, it's a bit of a lump. You can only really go forwards and backwards with it. So what we're going to do, because all that's holding this in, is 4 bolts on the steering rack and these 2 top bolts. That's just sitting there. So we can just put something under the engine and lift the body straight off. I think that's what we have to do first. Or, no, I might as well do that first, and we'll drag it outside and then cut the doors. So we need to mark all the way around because the markings are missing here. There's a little bit of one here and it sort of tails off to nothing. So we need to work out what we need to leave. But this is, it's odd. I'm not sure if you're supposed to leave, because if I cut that off the size of the bush, we're going to be cutting into all these layers. So I have got the doors. Do I go and check the doors? Do they have a taller bottom section? Because if I start cutting into that, I might open up these layers, hadn't I? But I think it does need to come off. Well, Les can sort out whatever needs to be sorted out anyway. So I'm going to have a look at the doors just to make sure. Then we need to take a drawing off the van to give me some idea of what happens here. I think it just comes straight over, but I can't remember. Let's just fucking have a look, shall we? Yeah, well, there's a little step in, look, and then it goes straight down. I know they are slightly different, but they're still very similar. Do you know what I mean? So, because we've got this, so we've got to just come up here, and then it just curves, sort of thing. Going so well. And the wheels turn. Fiberglass. Beautiful. Right, people. So, today, what we're going to do. Anyway, right, so what we're going to do is get all this subframe out. So there's that. I forgot to cut out around the doors, but every man and his dog's in the garden today, so I don't really want to be throwing a lot of fiberglass dust up in the air outside, so we'll have to wait on that. So yeah, first things first, get all this subframe out. Then we can also have a look up behind these wings to make sure, well, to see if we can get this front end off. I don't know if we're going to be able to, because it's on there, do you know what I mean? So yeah, that's what we're going to do first. So I suppose let's crack on. There's only a couple of bolts holding it in there. So the body and the engine are apart, and now you can see the difference between a single and a twin. So the single has got this big thread inside it, where the twin has got the 2. There is a big plate inside there, which is quite, I don't know if you'll be able to see that oblongy looking plate there. Yeah, well that is what the threads are in here. It's like this, right? And what I'm looking at is that hole in the middle. It is thick material, look. because it's the same as what these bolts do. And looking at this, so I can't find my proper 2-in-ones, but I've got these. These were off Knights Motorsport subframe. So if we take a measurement from inside there, yeah, I've already measured it. It's about 17.5. It is about 17.5, yeah, because it's a bit tricky with one hand. Ta-da! Right, so get this. Put this on with a 0 still, yes. So we're like 17.5. That's what he's used, and it's a nice thread. Get me? So if he is at 17.5, and I have just measured yonder subframe hole, yeah, and we are at, it's 17.3, say. So we can just tap that hole, and that will give us the right thread that we need for the subframe bolt, which I do actually own the tap. The only thing we won't have is this, yeah? But ideally that's not really needed because it's not an original bulkhead. What that normally does is locates the bush, which locates the subframe in the bulkhead, but we don't really need that, do we? Because it's custom. So I'm going to tap these. So there's our thread. This also needs a bit of work because this is bent. That one's a bit bent. This is the manifold, which I'm having a chat with Bag Sport to see if we can do something with that. The issue is it looks like the engine has to come out to get the manifold off, but he can't do any work on it without the engine being in the car. So that'll be fun for him. So yeah, this is the subframe. Everything's CAD. Got Metro flanges on it, which is pretty good. Didn't expect that, to be honest. Some of the threads it needs new studs, and the studs that are in there have caused a bit of damage to a couple of the bolts. It's scored up some of the wheels because it's such a tight fitment. And then we'll get the subframe back under. I might even take the engine out. I don't need the engine in. You know, drop it back to bare bones, because I can't use one of my subframes because this is different. And then we can really get the subframe positioned where we want, and then we can come up, because these haven't got holes in the bottom, it's only got it in the top. So yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. So if we can get the subframe in the position I like it, then we can work from there. We can get our lower mounts in place and our upper mounts in place, and we are laughing. Oh, but I think this is going to be the best way of doing the build. Yeah? Right, I'm going to go make me a coffee. And then I think we'll take this engine out, wrap it up, and stick it somewhere else. Right then, skipped ahead a little bit. So that's set off. The owner doesn't want to go single bolt. So ignore everything we've just done. We've got to make twin bolt work. Rear end's off. This thing is super light. So these are the CAD arms with a CAD billet beam, CAD roll bar, CAD 4-part calipers, Protec shocks. This is a really nice bit of kit. Now, if nobody knows what these 4-part calipers are for on the back, you've got 2 for your normal brake, 2 for the handbrake. So anyway, car's up on its side, having a quick look. So side 4 is I wanted to look at getting this front end off. So I started breaking off some of the glass from here, and now I'm just working on getting this up. And I'll tell you what, it's stuck on. This is full resin, because this is set back that far, and that's just pure resin. So I might have to just jump in there with the grinder to split this down. Yeah, got a bit of it off. And then up here, I don't know if you'll see, is that light spot? Where is he? Where's my fingers gone? That's my fingers, look, see? So all we've got to do is get this section broke apart on both sides, and the front end should come off. This has got to come out as well. We're not utilising that because that's where the exhaust's got to go. So that's where I am at the minute. I'm sweating my tits off. Getting the front end off just for maximum accessibility everywhere. Yep, and then once this front end's off, we're going to get the cage out and have a look what's in the kit. Still waiting for the one from Endaf, so we'll probably end up opening Dan's and using that one. All right. Oh, I'm going to plod on sweating my knackers off, getting this front end apart. And I hate fiberglass. I don't really want any cutting in here, so I'll have to lift it up, take it outside. All right, see you in a minute. Right, so the front end came off quite relatively easy, to be honest. Well, not relatively easy, it was a pain in the ass, but you can still see all the resin that's on here that's all got to come off. But once I got under the resin and the glass, just broke it all away. Same this side, broke it all away. That's still got the resin in there and the glass. I haven't took that off, but that can come off if it needs to. So yeah, got that off, front end, no real big damage. I've got a little chip here, there's a crack here, and there's one on the other side. This thing is that thick, you know what I mean? We haven't got to worry about those little chips. But yeah, it's all still in, attached and off. So yeah, I think what I'm going to do there is leave this video here. You know, we're just doing another stage, and another stage, working our way through it. So what we're going to do now off camera is I'm going to take it outside, trim these door openings, and I'm going to take that out as well. I'm hoping I can just run the grinder down there, just cut through the one layer and just pick it off. That's what I'm hoping. So that'll be easier for moving stuff around inside without that there. And that can just go back in at a later date. Maybe even covering a bar for the seats or something, I don't know. So yeah, anyway, that's the next one. And I'll catch you in the next one, people. See you later.